Tonight, the sheriff here revealing the worsening toll, at least 59 now dead, more than 500 injured. What they've now discovered in the suspect's Nevada home, his family, you'll hear from them tonight, and the faces of the victims. But first, what began to play out shortly after 10 p.m. local time right here in Las Vegas last night. ABC senior national correspondent Matt Gutman leading us off.
The chaos unfolding in the heart of the Las Vegas Strip. 10:08 p.m., 22,000 country music fans packed in, enjoying the Route 91 Harvest Festival. But high above them on the 32nd floor of the glittering Mandalay Bay Resort, police say 64-year-old Stephen Paddock was watching. They say he hammered through the hotel's thick windows and...
Following the horrific incident at Santa Fe High School in Texas, the number of mass shootings in the United States this year has now reached 101. On Friday, a 17-year-old gunman opened fire on students and staff, killing 10 people. He has since been arrested and detained. According to the nonprofit Gun Violence Archive, which tracks shootings in the U.S., we are 138 days into the year, which means the United States has had nearly as many mass shootings as days in 2018.
To try to fix this, to try to stop these shootings, then you're an accomplice. Those are tough words, but they're true.
It seems like one common denominator is mental illness, and we've got to find out some way of getting those people into the FBI data bank so that they aren't able to buy guns.
When is enough enough?
The First Amendment was first conceived and ratified in 1789 by our founding fathers. It states that a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The reasoning behind this is to avoid a totalitarian government like one of the colonies. At the time of ratification, America only had muskets and flintlock pistols.
People have been looking at this and taking issue with mental illness and that characterization being attached immediately to a situation like this. In fact, Arthur Chu in Salon.com wrote, claims that people who have mental illness are far more often the victim of violence than the perpetrator. Is it fair to use this characterization right off the bat?
No, it's human because people want to distance themselves from these people. You know, I'm a former hostage negotiation trainer and a suicide expert, and for most of my career, I've hacked into people's personalities to defuse them from their inside out. And I think what we need to do is find out how and why people who, let's say, aren't born to kill, who aren't born to be evil, do evil acts.
In the past, mental illness has been scapegoated to deflect public outrage about access to assault rifles that can kill tens of people in a matter of minutes. During these heated debates, words such as crazy, nuts, and maniac are used to describe the person who committed the act of violence, even before a medical diagnosis is revealed. The main question is this: should mental illness be a factor in whether or not someone can acquire access to a gun? But how about those who do not seek psychiatric evaluation and treatment? Should a psychiatric examination be integrated into the background check process for each person who wants to purchase a gun?
Nice. So, why don't you introduce yourself and what kind of military experience you've had?
I'm Michael. All you guys know me as Mikey. I have 12 years experience in the military, and I play with a lot of toys.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So, to start with, what are your thoughts on gun control?
It sucks.
It sucks?
Mm-hmm.
You think that there should be less gun control?
No, there should be safety precaution,
yes,
but not gun control.
Right.
If a person decided to go buy a gun, he better have a safe or something to secure that piece, so it doesn't get in the wrong hands. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, so do you think there should be a minimum age for carrying a gun or even purchasing a gun?
Well, if you're 18, you can die for your country. You can purchase a gun.
Okay.
Okay?
Do you think it's too easy to get access to a gun right now?
No.
No?
No.
Yeah, it's really tough, isn't it?
No, it's not, because
It's-
you have to
right.
go through the DOJ background, you gotta
Mhm.
be a certain age, and that's the problem. Gun is not the problem.
Right.
Mental health is the problem.
Mental health. So what steps do you think should be taken to resolve gun control issues?
What step?
Like do you think there should be less restrictions on it?
One of our interviewees would like to remain anonymous, but they confirmed that schools are prepared to keep students protected in case anything happens. This is done through the collaborative efforts of school and district administration, teachers, students, parents, community members, law enforcement, and emergency personnel. All schools must conduct drills on an annual basis to prepare students and staff. Law enforcement walks around our campuses to familiarize themselves with our physical layouts. Statistics have shown us that the students that commit school shootings needed help with either appropriate medication or counseling. Providing these services and getting the students to share and attend them is a whole nother set of challenges by itself. For school districts, there are just not enough psychologists and counselors due to a shortage of qualified people and lack of funding from either the state or the federal government.